Alright, Section 3. Specification, applicable performance, line number, the type of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, format D, lines 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, line column, number, the field description, TOFC, COFC, columns 2 through 18, and repeated lines 2 and 14, lines 1 through 4, one line number, the TOF, NFC must be 1, 2, 3, war, line 1 through 4, line, column 2 with the transaction code of the trailer on flat car container on flat car, delete the unit with the serial over the file with the transaction code must be one of their 3 months method that can be used once submit the entire first line of the information, the complete table of the record. 3. Submit the Umler deletion format with a C with the single unit with a single code with the 1 unit initial number the item with the number the higher the number that may be left for the applicable unit with the type of the code, the year of the units for the annex and consecutively numbered that series that do not report. Applicable type of the units correct report the difference between the low and high number. To add the unit with the consecutively numbered unit with the series with the file with the transaction code must be 2 with the change of the unit initial number required with the complete with the add registration transactions code or the new initial number the delete with the transaction code A with the form of the initial the number. Section 1. To change the data with other than the initials number on the file with the transaction code must be a 3 and one of the 2 methods must be used. The standard method to submit the code of 3 and the complete line of the information submitting to the complete tape record. 2. The selected method field over the transaction code must be 4 with the line method may be used with the change with the 5 data field with the single unit with the consecutively number that be used in series. 2. Online telecommunications submitted with the can be report with the 10 field with the information. C. The train manual with the Umler section 5. 27 with the selection field with the format. Section B with the use the report the units initial report the low number the 2 the report the low units for the high number the consecutive unit measure series. 3. The line number of the which for the date change to be made. 4. The line of the field identity number of the first column in which the data was to be reported. 5. The report the data to change. See examples below. Your blanks and then your 4 car unit and the low number the high number, your line number, the field number, and the number 1, the data exchange, number 2, the data exchange, number 3, number 4, data exchange. The illustration chain with the following nominal capacity line 3 with the columns 24 through 26, the outside line with the line columns 20 through 24 with the kingpin setting of the line 4 with the columns 20, 46 through 47 with the paving code with the line 4 for the column 28. Note with the 1 to remove the data for the field, leave with the data change with the field blank with the 2, then the report the numeric field leave with the zeros must be reported. Line 4, 3, 3, 6, and through the column 3 and 6 unit initial with the trailing on flat car, continuing on flat car. Reporter over the alphabetical initial of the man mark stenciled on the unit, but do not report the specific character of the pronunciation of B and O Z. Reports as BOZ, not stand for the initial of the exhibit N. Line 1 through 4, column 7 through 12, the low unit number, low unit with another consecutive number number that you manage. I have the group with identical number that do not leave the special conjunction with each unit use stands for the more than 6 number, the number of the back position of the report with the first 6 number that is known and the numbers exhibit N. Exhibit unit number 123 is the report 000123. The 4 the railroad owner control number the number to be stands with the corners with the section 3 of the rule 1 A, B, and C with the code trail of the container serve with the rules. The rule applied with only to the ZO, Z2, Z9, and built after 1983, Z1, and U built after 1980. Line 4 of the column 13 through 18, high unit number of the trailer on floor car with the container on flat car, mandatory except for the single unit report of the higher number of the group of the EG unit number 1622, but the report is 001622. If you have left blank with this group assumed with equal to the low number, no more than 1,500 units can be reported in a series, not the same with the number of the exhibit, and then note that the for the railroad control unit, the number must be set in accordance with the section 3 rule 1 A, B, and C code of the code of trailer and container serve with the rule, but the rules applicable they don't apply to Z 0. Z2 and Z9 through Z2 through Z9 built after 1983 and Z1 and U after 1980. Line column 19 through 22. The unit type of the code trailing on trailer on flat car code and container on flat car 4 position alphanumeric given the general physical the description of the type of the unit the C the exhibit D appropriate code must be nationally with the number that's prescribed with the term rail serve with the rule 1 section 3 as well as transaction to repeat rule column line 120 column 23 through 26 owner mark. Owner marks trailer on the flat car container on flat car for the railroad owner equipped with the railroad reporting marks for the report with the major uniform alphabetic code with the railroad owning the equipment of the code may never end with the left the letters U and Z for the privately owned or equipment you report with the major uniform alphabetic code private the company owner of the equipment field must be completed with the failure to provide with the appropriate owners mark of the result with a rejection of the transaction note the field of use of the count ownership of the car with the report with the lease of the field with the bank with the also use of the access of the car location through the train train inquired. The field must be kept up to date. Line 1, columns 27 through 30, leasers mark the trading facility, continuing facility for the report with the alphabetic code of the railroad private owned leasing unit, but the field may be used with the left link, but the reporting markets can be equal to the owner's field. Be a family reporting marketing units with the hybrid reporting must be have with the railroad reporting marking. RLNSC reports as SPD with the note that the field used for the account ownership of the car service reports for the lease field with the blank. Also to the action of the location through the train inquiry if the field must be kept up to date. 131 column 31 through 32 for the built month for the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, numeric report for the month for the unit with the built and the rebuilt. 01 equals January 1 column 33 through 34 year built new trailer on flat car, single container on flat car. These 2 digits of the year built 1981 report says 81 in the field. The field must never be blank. Line 35 through 36 year rebuilt trailer on flat cars, container on flat cars, container. Last 2 digits of the year rebuilt with the rebuilt would cannot be equal to the year built new. If not applicable to the report, 0 is applicable to the unit rebuilt the July 1st, 1976 through March 1981, inclusive of that. Comply with the dot regulations. Unit rebuilt subsequent to March 1st, 1981 must comply with the AR mechanical division specifications. Alright, year 2, year 2, second-hand trailer on flat car, container on flat car, last 2 digits for the acquired destination change for the ownership of the year built new, rebuilt, must also be reported columns 33 through 34. Line 39 through the 42, advanced installation trailer on flat car, container on flat car, month of the year, the unit with installed into service for its month of the column 39 through 40 for the year of the column 41 through 42, the October 1983, for its 1083 of the department of the report of the current month and year, unless for the installation date with the left blank with the date left in the current provided with the current date with it being inserted, unless the units must be advanced or registered with 1 year with the January 1983 mechanical advanced registration with the date with a 081 constant question, did it expire installation, did these that have been advanced? Yes, the question is the unit advanced for the interchange before the advance or installation date. Do I have to submit an update? Yes. Another question is the effective date with the rate with which the advanced installation date with the output, the type of the answer, the advanced installation date. Column 143 through 48. Original cost of the trailer of flat car, container on flat car, the railroad owned with the report of the U.S. dollar original ledger value of the original owner as described in the AI Interstate Commerce Commission accounting rules include addition of the betterment of the refrigerator unit of the field may be left blank with the privately owned units. Raise all cents to the next dollar. Alright, line 149, indicative of the positive and negative A and B with the railroad track trailer and flat car, Trailer on flat car, container on flat car. The field must be rewarded with reporting addition with the veterans line 1 columns 50 through 54 with the otherwise with the report blank B indicates the addition with capital I with addition betterments made with the deem with the subsequent installation into the service that indicates subtraction and indicates the subtraction and capitalized cost additional betterments that were removed for the unit subsequent to the installation service. Line 150 through 54 addition and betterment of the railroad trailer on flat car for the flat car, container flat car for the railroad owned unit for the applicable with the report of the unit with the dollars cost and following additional the new parts subsequent to the day over the unit with the built with the area care with the capital investment cost of the betterment of the improvement of the part of the existing equipment through the substitution of the superior parts for the inferior parts were played with the field may be left blank with the privately owned part for the raise all the cents for the next dollar. 1 column 56 through 55 through 60 ledger value with the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Report with the use dollar with the total original with the cost of the plus the applicable addition with the betterment of the columns 49 through 54 with the care of the equipment, the variation of the kind with the do not report with the cost of the refrigeration unit. Field may be left blank with the private equipment. Raise all cents for the next dollar. 1 column 61 line 1 column 61 and indicated with the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. 1 position alphanumeric field with the void 0 unit is an error inserted with the AR. 1 unit is subject to the special lease agreement. Note that once the indicator has been changed to 0, the owner must reinstate the appropriate interior indicator code. Alright, 1 through 62, line 1, column 62, 80 with a blank with a trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Line 2, column 1 must be 2, columns 2 through 18 must be equal to line 1, column 2, column 19, frame type of the container on flat car. Alphanumeric report 1 character of the field containing with a code description of the type of the frame with enclosing the tank of the car, field name of the identifier of the tank, the type of the vehicle, the need for the tray handle with the containing with the loading of the one with the removal of the convenience of the vehicle. 1 units may be lifted in center by the yes, Y for yes, and N for no. Line 2, 20 for the 24, outside length with the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Measurement of the overall length of the trailer container must agree with the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Type of the code, but must agree with the inside of the line. Reported within the P of the columns of 20 through 22, inch of the columns of 20 through 24. Round fraction of the higher of the 4/8 of an inch to 5 inches. Trailer's minimum of 15 foot, 7 inches, maximum of 48 foot. Containers of minimum of 5 foot, 11 inches, maximum 48 foot. Line 2, column 25 through 28, outside extreme width of the trailer on flat car, continuum on flat car. Measurement of the outside width of the, including the attachment projection with the type with the must agree with the trailer on flat car with the type of the code must agree. The inside with the width of the date with the report with the fee and the columns 25 through 26 inch of the columns and 27 through 28 round fraction the higher of the 5/8 of an inch to the 6 inch of the trailer for the minimum of the 7 foot and 4 inches, maximum 8 foot, 6 inches of the container with the 4 foot, 6 inches of the maximum 8 and 8 inches. Line 2, column 29 through 32, height of the extreme with the trailer on flat car container with the flat car mentioned with the grade with the highest point with extreme width with the must not exceed with the extreme height with the data reported. Fee of the columns 29 through 30 with an inch of the 31 through 32 with the round of the traction the higher inch of the 5 1/8 equal to 6 inches of the trailer minimum of the 1 foot maximum 14 foot container for the 8 inches maximum 13 foot 6 inches to line 2 30 column 33 through 36 the outside extreme height with the trailer on flat car container on flat car measurement of the ground extreme protection height with the mesh agree with the relation with the trailer on flat car to container on flat car type code must agree with the inside with the height of the data with the reported fee of the columns of 33 through 34 with the inch of the column 35 through 36 round fraction higher inch of the trailer with the minimum of the 4 foot 4 inches of the maximum 14 foot containers excluding the U6 maximum a minimum of 1 foot maximum 13 foot 6 inches tank containers minimum 4 foot maximum of 8 foot 6 inches. Line 2, 36 through, line 2, 37 through 40, length of the upper step of the trailer on flat car, of the container on flat car, measurement of the length of the van, shape, head of the drop of the Z8 types only. See the diagram below with the chief heat in column 37 and 38 with the inch of the column 39 through 40, round fraction with the following the lower inch, 3/4 of an inch, 5 3/4 inch to 5 inches. Alright, line 2, column 41 through 44, height of the step of the wedge for the trailer on flat car, measurement of the drop of the depth of the drop of the van with the 5 V8, type of the measurement of the inside with the height of the rear with the wedge, type of the Z8, type of the, see the diagram, feet with the columns 41 through 42, inches and 43 through 44, round fraction of the lower inch, drop frame vans, minimum with the 5 foot, 3 foot, 5 inches, 3 foot, and maximum 3 foot, wedge type trailers, minimum 3 foot, maximum 11 foot, 1 inch. Alright, your CTC special permit number, the line 2, column 48, container on the traffic flat car. Numeric report 4, position number to indicate with the approval of the permit is signed by the Canadian Transportation Company with the number 730 with the report. There's no applicable report zeros. Line 2, column 49 with the FRA approval of the container on flat car with the alphabetical report, applicable code identifying with the service with which for the container has been approved. The B for the trailer on flat car with the container on flat car service. C for container on flat car service. D for the trailer on flat car service. X for dot and FRA. 2, column 5050, the AR 600 approval of the container on flat car alphabetical report within character U with the define the type of the surface of which containers have been approved with the AR 600 with the H as approved with the hazardous material handling and not N for not approved with the hazardous material handling and X for not dot RFA are approved. Alright, line 251, side door type of the trailer on flat car containing with flat car numeric code with the indicator for the side door of the report with the zeros on line 2 for the column 33 through 56 for the 57 through 60 of the report. If the unit is flat type of the flat type bulk helper tank of the chassis or one of the following codes. No, 0 equals no side doors, 1 equals curbside leaf door with the leaf door or doors, 2 roadside leaf door or doors, 3 curbside overhead and roll up doors, 4 roadside overhead roll up doors, 5 curbside roadside leaf doors, 6 both curbside, roadside, overhead, roll-up doors, and 7 other types of side doors. Line 2, column 52, end door type, the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Numeric code indicating type of the end door. Report 0 unless the line 2, column 61 through 64 and 65 through 68. Reported on if the unit is left and flat type, the hopper tank of the chassis uses one of the following codes. No, was 0 for no low end of the doors, 1 for leaf door or doors, 2 for overhead roll-up doors, 3 for other type of door. Alright, line 2, column 53 through 56 side door with the trailer on flat car container on flat car with the side door opening with the opening of the clear with the more than opening of the side door unit report with the width of the maximum continuous opening. No opening with the doors permanently closed with the road doors. Report 0 side doors type of the field with the line 2, column 51 with the feed with the columns 53 through 54 inches, column 53, 55 through 56 around the fraction of the lower inch. Trailer container is the minimum of 3 foot, maximum of 8 foot. No, the chassis flatbed bulk hoppers and tanker in this field are 0 filled. Alright, line 2, 57 through 57 through 60 side door height, the trailer on flat car container on flat car height, over the side door with the clear with the blank of the line 2 for the column 53 through 56 for the blank of the line, opening of the column of the doors, permanently closed door with the report 0 for the side door type of the line 2 with the column 51 with the feet with the columns 57 through 58 with the inch of the 59 through 60 round fraction lower inch for the 5 and 3/4 to 5 inches. The trailer capacity is minimum 6 foot, maximum of 10 foot. 2. Alright, line 2, 61 to 64, end door width, the trailer and flat car containing a flat car width of the operating with the door, ending with the door opening is clear feet of the column 61 through 62, for the inch of the inch column 63 through 64, round fraction for the lower inch for the 5 3/4 to 5 inches for the door, end of the door of the operable. Report 0 for the end of the door type field of the line with the column 62. The field is 0 filled with the chassis for the bulkhead for the tanker. The trailer is a 4 foot minimum, maximum 8 foot 4 inches. The container is a minimum of 3 foot, a maximum of 8 foot 4 inches. Line 2, column 50, 65 through 68, indoor height with the trailer on flat car over the container on flat car. The height of the operating door, end of the operating report for the 65 through 65 inches, 67 through 68 with a round of the fraction lower end for the 5 3/4 to 5 inches within such no door, end for the doors inoperable. The report 0 with the field, 0 with the field with the chassis above the bulk hopper and the tank of the trailer, so minimum 4 foot by maximum of 10 foot, 2.5 inches. The container with the minimum of 5 foot to 12 foot and a half inches feet. Alright, 2, 69 through 72, unit, inside length of the trailer and container fluid on container of flat car. Measurement be taken from and to the end of the lining of the top of the refrigerator for the last type of the measurement of the type of the loading of the usable spaces. If the equipment of the bulkhead measure the distance of the bulkhead of the field with the length of the tank for that must be less than the outside length of the data field column feet in column 69 and 70, the inches in the 71 and 72. Round fraction lower to inch for the 5 3/4 to 5 inches. The trailers are 15 and 15.5, but 47 and 10 inches. The containers are 55 foot by maximum 47 and 10 inches. 2, the 73 through 76, inside width of the trailer on flat car container with flat car width of the interior van, open top of the refrigerator between the linings aware of the side of the inset with the measurement of the nails between the belt rails, nailing growth and ventilating strap for the flat type of the measurement width of the flat loading platform. The fills of 0 of the fill of the tanks. Data must be less than the outside extreme of the data of the feet in column 73 and 74 of the inches and 75 and 76. Around the fraction lower 5 3/4 to 5 inches. The trailer with a minimum of 7 foot and maximum of 8 foot 4 inches. Containers a minimum of 4 foot and maximum of 8 and 4 inches. Alright, line 277 through 80, inside head of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, container except for the tank and the bulk top of the van for a van open top of the refrigerator measurement for the taken from the floor to the top side for the floor, the flat type of the measurement is taken for the good and loading for the platform deck for the data to be the best less open outside extreme height data for the field coil of the fields in column 77 and 8 inches for the column 79 and 80 around the fractional lower to 5 and 3/4 to 5 inches of the field is blank for the length tanks and blocker have tanks and bulk hoppers. So except for flat car 3 foot minimum 11 foot 1 inches, the trailer and flats 1 foot minimum maximum with 7 foot 11 inches. Container except flats 5 foot 10 inches maximum with 12 foot 6 inches. Container flats 1 foot minimum maximum with 8 foot and 11 inches. Alright, line three, column 1 must be 3, column 2 through 18 must be equal to lines 1 and 2. The column 1, column 3, 1923. The column cubic foot in gallons capacity of the trailer and flat car container and flat car. The actual inside of the volume of the trailer with the container cubic feet with the end to end, with the end of the side, the end from the top of the side with the tank of the reporting actual gallons capacity. Open top refrigerator bulkhead top of the cars are 0, 1,000, 0, and 0, 37,000. Maximum containers 200 to 4,500. Chassis flatbed extendable to 0 fill with tanker cars, tankers, trailers 4,000, trailers 12,000, containers 1,500, containers 9,000. Line 3, columns 24 through 26 blank with a trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Line 3, 27 through 30 terrier weight, trailer on TOF and COFC. Terrier weight with the an empty weight with 100 pounds of the trailer, the container as in required with the AR trailer on flat car. Interchange rule section 0, 1 rule 172. Recording instruction unit with the 10th position actual empty weight of the 50 less or rounded to the next lower of the 100 unit with the 10th position 51 or greater round for the next 100. The actual 7,500 reports as 75 and actual 7,551 reports as 76. Trailers of minimum 60, maximum 230. Containers of minimum of 6, maximum of 190. Line 3, 31 through 33, tank material specification of the container on flat car with the alphanumeric report with the American Society testing material specification, the number that they describe of the material, the construction of the tank material specification, they identify with the foreign country specification report specifications otherwise within the specification with one of the following. A1 is equal to A01, CO1 is equal to CO1, and SO1 is equal to SO1. 334 in column 3, line 3, column 34, insulation to container on flat car, alphabetic report with the code identifying with the type of the insulation material. C cork, F foam, C G fiberglass. Column 33, insulation thickness of the container on flat car, alphanumeric with the position 1 of the specifying thickness of the insulation inches 1 inches or less, 2 inches or less than 3 inches, 3 inches or less than 4 inches, and 4 inches less than 5 inches. Alright, column 3, line 3, column 36 through 39, design specification number of the container flat car, and numeric report with the AAR 601 specification, original construction. ISO 1496.3, 1496 equal to 1496.51 equals to 0051.08060 equals 0060, MC 307 equals 0307, MC 3012 equals 03012, MC 331 equals to 03331, IMCO Type 1, 0001, Type 5, 005, ANSI MH5, 130513, and IM 101 equal to 0101. Alright, line column 40, jacket material container of the flat car, alphabetically with the type of the material with the insulating jacket. Construction of the foam, the A for aluminum, C for carbon steel, F for the fiberglass reinforced plastic, S for stainless steel. Column 3, line 3, column 41 through 48 blank. Line 3, column 41 through 48, tire size, wheel size, trailer on flat car, numeric representation, tire size, being reported Z types only, do not use special characteristics, punctuation, 10 to 20, reporting it as 1,000, 2,000. 3, line 3, column 49 through 62, blank on the trailer on flat car. Line 3, 49 through 52, head thickness for the container flat car. Numeric report 4 position numeric code 0.000 0.000 decimal inches, defining the thickness of the head material. Reporting is 0.125 or 0.125, less than 0.125. The AR600 code, line 2, column 50 will be minimum, will be an maximum, minimum of 100, maximum of 1250. Line 3, 53 through 56, shell thickness of the container on flat car. Numeric report of the forward position, numeric field 0000, undimensional in defining the actual thickness of the shield material with 0.125 or 0.125, less than 0.125, either the AR600 code with line 2 for the column 50, that will be X reported less, head thickness can be thinner than shell thickness. Alright, columns 57 through 59, maximal allowable working pressure container on flat car, numeric reporting pressure for the pounds per square inch, that the container was designed to operate with a minimum of the PSI less than 35 in the AR code 600, line 2, AR 600 code, line 2, column 50 will be X. Alright, line 3, column 63 through 66, gross weight container on flat car. Numeric report of the maximum allowable gross weight load container with 100 of the pound with the information frame, lifting capacity, lifting and loading, unloading pressure of the weight distribution of the flat car, weight limitation of the flat car, and the chassis provided with the data of the computer, and simplifying the load processing and acting as double the check with the emplacement, the measurement, improper, the minimum of the 43, the maximum of the 750. 3 to the column 67 through 67, the load limit of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, number of reports on the 100 maximal allowable weight of the loading of the load limit. The difference between the specified gross weight of the carrier weight is a minimum of 43, maximum of 695. Line 3, 61 through, line 3, column 71 through 80, blank of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. Line 4, 19, transportation code, trailer and cab, trailer and container, trailer and flat car, container and flat car, alphabetic code indicating the type of the surface loading and restriction of the unit. As condemning unit designed for the scrap, the dismantling automatically overrides other codes. Actually, the prohibited, restricted, the interchange of the AR interchange rules automatically overrides other codes except as S. Unit G is used the loading and detained commodities. A is used the tanker serve the rules. M is reporting mark canceled by the AR, and O is used the unit measure returned to the owner. Line 4, column 40, the transportation condition code, trailer and car, flat car, container and flat car, alphabetic code describing the handling of the units. A, use the design of the general surface of the unit must be handled in accordance with the trailer service rule 1. B, unit design general surface of the unit must be handled in accordance with the trailer service rule 2. Line 4, title 21 through 23, notes for the trailer and container flat car, reporting numeric references displayed with the official and intermodal equipment register. The 3 notes of the applicable to note the reference of the limited with 1 character each of the start of the higher operation. The line 4, column 21, with reference continuous through the other 2 columns. Report 1 is column 21, report 2 is column 22, and 3 is 23. Line 4, 24 through 33, fitting code, the trailer on flat car, container on flat car. There are 3 2-position codes, the type of equipment installed with the trailer and container, including special devices, equipment components, super appurtenances, maybe alphabetic, numerically, the type of the code G9, in either one of the fitting of the B, R, B, S, B, D, and the F1 must be reported as ZA7 and U, or if U5 and Z5 is FS is applicable to CAG for the additional fitting codes and applicable to trailer on flat car and container on flat car equipment. Alright, I'm almost done here. Alright, and we're on the locomotives, alright? Sorry, I guess we were on, I might have skipped a page. Alright, here we are. We're on another page. We're on line 34 with the safety device of the container flat car. The assignment, alphanumeric report with the code with the design with the design safety device applied with the container with the safety vent with the safety valve with the fusible length with the combination, for example, the European portable tank containers printed to have non-reclosing safety flames flammable. The service aware of the not allowed with American Railway Services. This is an error with a particular concern with the railroads are not complying with the tanks and inadvertently be routed by the material rail, and it also helps the known exterior access route might be involved with the which material the release if it can be expected in the tank of the distress. 1 vent, 2 valve, 3 combination vent and valve, 4 fusible link, 5 combination fusible link and vent. Line 4, item column 35 undercarriage trailer on flat car. Numeric representation tandem of the undercarriage fixed forward to eastern setting with the fixed rear western setting sliding capability. 4 fixed forward to eastern setting width of the 8 foot 6 inches. Fixed rear west setting of the 8 foot 6 inches. Sliding capability of width of the 8 foot 6 inches. Line 4, column 436, the body type of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, alphabetic code describing the exterior composition unit, body, undercarriage or underframe. A, aluminum, F, the fiberglass reinforced material, and miscellaneous other type of the materials. S, stainless steel, T, stainless steel, W, wood. E, combination of the body is construction mixture of the combination of these materials with the symbol A must be applied. Appear note of the chassis of the flat type of the filled in the blank of the item. Line 4, column 37, the floor type. Trailer on flat car, container on flat car, the alphanumeric list of the combination of the floor. C, exhibits. H for the list of the alphabetic calls. If the numeric with a minimum 1, mid-excellent 9, alphabet must be A, B, A, C, D, N, P, S, W, O, X. Note, blank of the bulk, hoppers, chassis, and tanks. Line 4, 38 and valve type of the container on flat car, alphanumeric 1 character. Field with the container, the code identified the type of the bottom outlet applied with the container. Note 1, no valve. 2, the inner valve with the 2 consecutive of the closures. 3, internal valve with the 3 consecutive closures. 4, external valve with the 2 consecutive closures. 5, the external valve with 3 consecutive closures. Line 4, item 39, lining container of the trailer on flat code, Apple code. Alphabetical type of the line, you see the A for exhibit over the low list of codes for the chassis of the flat and flatbed is extendable. The flat maybe, but flat fields must be blank. Line 4, column 39, lining the container on flat car. The alphabetic report with defined with the type of the material with the line with the container relining the material blank for the unequipped. B for nickel electroplating with the bar. B for CG for glass any thickness. K for electrolyte its plating. L for lined any thickness. R for rubber applied with the sheet of the form carbon steel tanks only. S for stainless steel cladding, stainless cladding. T for paint, fanatical epoxy metal sprays, deposits, linearite, americanite, heresite, PPG, Columbia 7, neoprite, rubber latex. Alright, line 440, roof type of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, one position of the numerical code shown with the characteristic of the unit of the field maybe left blank with a blank flat type of the tank for the use for the following code. 1 for the thorough hatch from the roof, 2 for removal of the roof, 3 for self-storing roof, 4 for standard roof hatch, 5 for insulated, 6 for on top of insulating with hose and tarps, ARP 7 and 8 not used, 9 no otherwise listed by the type. Line 41 outlets for the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, number 1 with the 16 indicate with the discharge outlet is the bottom of the bulk, hopper tank of the trailer, container of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car type codes D0 and U0 must be at least 1 outlet. For 1 equals 1 outlet, 2 equals 2 outlets, 3 equals 3 outlets, 4 equals 4 outlets, 5 equals 5 outlets, 6 equals 6 outlets. Line 42, compartment of the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, numeric code 1 through 6 indicate the number of the components of the bay with the bulk, hopper, the tanker, trailer, the container with the trailer on container flat car type code 0C, Z06, U0, Z6, U6, and must be at least 1 compartment, 2 for 2 compartment, 3 for 3 compartments, 4 for 4 compartments, 5 for 5 compartments, 6 for 6 compartments. Line 43, the type of the brakes, the trailer on flat car, container on flat car, the alphabet code, they indicate the brake system. A for air, E for electric, V for vacuum, line 4, item 44, fuel type, trailer on flat car, B for bud, D for detona, M for miscellaneous or other. Line 45, axle, trailer on flat car, 1 for single axle, 2 for tandem axle, 3 for triple axle. Line 4, 46, 47 kingpin set with the trailer on flat car numeric representation must be in one of the following 18, 26, 30, 32, 36 standard. Line 48 for the 49 licensing state. Trailer on flat car, container on flat car, the alphabetical code standard alphabetical abbreviation state with the profit of the foreign country of the designated the prime home licensing location may be blank with the use of the appropriate alphabetical code of the exhibit I. Line 4 of items, column 50 through 52, coin container with the casting of the container with the container of flat car, alphabetic code installed, indicating tie down exacting applicability container using one of the following. USA including ASA, ASI, Y, oval bottom of the opening of 916 in the bottom wall with the ASA American Standard Association, ASI American National Standard Institute, ISO type of the only with the oval bottom opening of the 1 1/8 inch bottom, internal organization standards for standardization, SEA, C for C landing only, unique, MAT Madison only, round bottom openings, OTH other design corner casting. Line 453 for the type of the control, the atmosphere, trailer and flat car container on flat car. Alphabetic code indicated with the controlled atmosphere blank on the unless the trailer and controller flat code G5 and the U5 must be blank of the unit following the codes. O for aux control, T for tech control, and U for any other type system. Line 54, refrigeration unit location, alphabetical code indicated with the refrigeration unit blank of the line underlines the column 4 of line 4 of column 59. 4 for the reporting of the following code notes. S for side mounting, U for underbelly mounting, N for nose or front mounting, and P for pod mounting nose of evaporator belly condenser. Line 4, 55 through 58, refrigerator fuel capacity, numeric representation capacity fuel tank of the refrigeration unit, report the fuel of the capacity of the actual gallons and pounds commonly expressed. If in gallons, minimum of 30, maximum of 250. If in pounds, 10 pounds, maximum of 250. Line 49, 59, refrigeration system manufacturer, alphabetical code maker of the mechanical refrigeration, blank unless equipment with the refrigeration heating system may be blank with one of the following. C carrier, transcold, F train, Arctic traveler, P polar stream, T thermal king, W Worthing York, and M other manufacturers. For item 60, column 60, type of the protected fuel, training of the trainer, flat car, trail, flat car, container, flat car, alphabetic code indicating the type of the requires sustaining protective service, basic line 59 with the line reported unless the trainer container equipped with refrigerating, heating, B butane, D diesel, G gasoline, N nitrogen, P propane, M other. Alright, line 61 and 62, electrical voltage system, the trailer on flat car container on flat car in America, indicating with the voltage required for the trailer containing with essential power units, perishable protective services, Z5, Z7, Z9, U5, U7, U9, types of reporting on the following: 06 for 6 volts, 111 for 110 volts, 12 for 112 volts, 220, 22 for 220 volts, 24 for 20 volts, 330, 33 for 330 volts, 44 for 440 volts, 00 for unused, unrestricted. Line number 463 67 exemption container on flat car, numeric report with exemption number 870 applicable to high pressure tank as in follower 00870 if not applicable to report zeros, and 467 through 80 blank on the trailer and flat car container flat cars. And now you're on to specification section and for Section 4, locomotives.